All right, if you guys would please find your worksheet on determining sales tax. Okay, so remember that a percent is a special way of representing a fraction or rate with a denominator of 100. You can think of percent as meaning out of 100. So most states have a sales tax of 6%, means that for every dollar an item cost, a person needs to pay an additional 6 hundredths of a dollar, which is 6 cents or 0.06 for taxes. Okay, so $1 plus 6% of $1 is $1 plus 0.06, which equals 1.06. Or since $1 is equal to 100 pennies, 100 pennies plus 6% of 100 pennies, so 100 pennies plus 6 pennies equals 106 pennies, which that's how you get to your $1.06. All right. So you can use the same type of reasoning with other sales tax problems. So let's getting ready. States and sometimes counties and cities establish sales tax for certain goods and services. Some states have a higher sales tax than others. What is the sales tax in your area? So in the Plano area, our sales tax is 8.25%. Okay, that's what our sales tax is in other areas. Okay, how does it compare to the sales tax in other parts of the country? Well, for example, you guys know that I'm from Kentucky, so the sales tax in Kentucky is 6%. Okay, looking at this 6% versus the 8.25%, if we were to compare ours to other parts of the country, ours is pretty much a little bit higher than normal. Or not really normal, but higher than most cities or most states. Okay. So let's look at Jill. She wants to buy a CD priced at $7.50 with the sales tax of 6%. What is the total cost of the CD? Try to find more than one way to solve this problem. Be prepared to explain different methods you find. So let's go ahead and start breaking down. What do we know from our problem? Okay, I know the total is $7.50, so I know how much I'm paying on my CD. I know my sales tax is 6%. Well, wait, what 6% is a decimal? All I got to do is just take my decimal from here, move it 2 times to the left, and I'm going to get 0.06. And it looks like I'm trying to find the part, which is I'm trying to find out how much in taxes am I going to have to pay. So say, for example, you take this beautiful CD, you scan it out at Walmart. Are you really paying the full $7.50 for it? No. You're paying the $7.50 plus what we need to find in taxes, and those two numbers added together will get you your grand total. So let's use our equation. Part is equal to percent times the whole. Now remember, percent has to be written as a decimal, which is what we just found here. So part is equal to 0.06 times my total of 750. Part is equal to, well, let's go over here. So 750 times 0.06. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. 0, carry the 3. 6 times 7 is 42. I'm going to double check my math. I should know this. Yep, 42 plus 3 more is 45. Okay. So I have 2 decimal places here, 2 decimal places here. So I'm going to move my decimal a total of 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So my part is 0.45 cents or 0.45, the same thing. And the question is asking, what is the total cost of my CD? So I need to take my original CD price of $7.50, add my tax to it of 0.45. Well, 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. Bring down the decimal. 7 plus 0 is 7. So in total, I am paying $7.95 for my CD. Okay, so let's try it out for letter B. So using a sales tax of 6%, find the total cost of each item. So I'm going to set you guys up for 1A and 2A. And then once I set you guys up, I want you guys to pause this video and I want you guys to find the tax and try and find the total for me. All right, so part is unknown. Our total is $2 for our magazine, and our percent is 6%, which we found is 0.06 up at the top. Okay, looking down at my book, my part is unknown. My total is $5, and then my percent is still 6, which is 0.06. If you would, please pause this video now, and I want you guys to try and find the amount of tax for each item, and then find the total for the magazine and then the total for the book on dogs. All right, so my magazine, I'm going to have part is equal to 0.06 times $2. So let's see, $2 times 0.06. Well, 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 2 is 12. Placeholder. 0 times anything is 0. So I'm left with 12. We'll have 2 and 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So my part is 0.12. So I'm going to take $2 and add 12 cents to it to get a grand total for my magazine of $2.12. All right, let's look at the book. Part is equal to 0.06 times my book total of $5. So $5 times 0.06. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Placeholder. 0 times anything is 0. Bring down my numbers. I have 2 and 4 decimal places again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So my part is 0.3 or 0.30. So I'm going to have $5 plus 0.30 cents. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. Bring down the decimal. 5. And my grand total for my book on doggies is $5.30. $5.30. All right. Number 3, it looks like I have a comic book. Let's go ahead and do this one together. This one's at 50 cents. So my part is unknown. My total is 0.50. And my percent, it's still at 6% from the other side of 0.06. So part is equal to 0.06 times 0.50. Part is equal to, well, I'm going to do 0.50 up here at the top times 0.06. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Placeholder, 0 times anything is 0. 300. Now watch what happens. I have 2 and 4 decimal places. So watch. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what I place here in the empty space is a 0. So my part is 0.03. So I'm going to have 0.50 plus 0.03, 3, 5 decimal. And my total cost of my comic book is 53 cents. 53 cents. All right. So use a sales tax of 7% to find the total cost of each of these 3 items here. Okay, so instead of 5%, I'm going to use 7%. So let's set this up, and then I want you guys to try and find this on your own. So part is equal to X. My total for my magazine was $2, and my percent is now 7%, which is 0.07 as a decimal. So my part for my book dogs is X. My total for my dog is $5, and my percent is now 7 or 0.07. My comic book, the part is X. The total is, 0.50, and the percent is 7, which is equal to 0.07. If you would please, pause this video, and I want you guys to try these 3. All right. So I'm going to have part is equal to 0.07 times $2. So we're going to have $2 times 0.07, 0014, 0000. I have 4 decimal places, so here. So my part is equal to 0.14 cents. So I need to add this back in to give me a grand total for my magazine of $2.14. Let's try my dogs. So part is equal to 0.07 times 5. So 5 times 0.07, 0035, placeholder 000, 35. I have 4 decimal places, so 0.35. So part is equal to 0.35. So I'm going to have $5 plus 0.35 to get me a grand total of $5.35. And then the last one, my comic book. So part is equal to 0.07 times 0.50. So 0.50, 0.07. Well, 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 5 is 35. placeholder 0, 0. So I have 3, 5, 0. Well, remember, I move it 4 times, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and any empty space turns into a 0. So I have part is equal to 0.03. Let's go ahead and round this up to 4 because that 5 is bigger. So I'm going to have 0.50 plus 0.04 to give me a grand total of 0.54 cents. We round up because 9 times out of the 10, the store is going to round up for you. Okay. All right. And then letter D. Use what you have learned to solve these problems. Alexis bought a CD player. She does not remember the price, but she knows the sales tax was 6% and the tax came to $4.80. What is the price of the CD? Okay, so what do we not have? Sounds like we do not have our total. I know my percent is 6, which we know is 0.06. I know that my part is $4.80, and I'm trying to find the whole. So let's go ahead and use the equation here. So I'm going to use part is equal to 2% times the whole, because I think that's going to be a little bit easier for us to find. So 4.80 is equal to 0.06 times the whole. Okay. How do you get W by itself? Well, I see that I'm multiplying, so I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to divide by 0.06 on both sides. And watch what happens. So 0.06 divided by 4.8. Now look, I have a decimal on the outside. Cannot have that there. So I need to move it so many times until I can get to a whole number. So it looks like I moved it 2 times, and I need to move it 2 times on the inside. And look, 6 can't go into 4, but it can go into 48 8 times. 6 times 8 is 48. Subtraction makes it 0. Then bring down my 0. 6 can go into 0 0 times. And look, I am done. So that means my original price is $80. Is $80. And if you guys want to go back and double check, just do 80 times 0.06 and you should get 4.80. So let's try this again. Frank buys a new video game, 5%. Sales tax is 0.75. What is the price of the game? So I'm finding my total again. So I have my part at 0.75. My total is unknown, and my percent is 5, which is equal to 0.05. So I'm going to fill in 0.75 in for my part. I'm going to fill in 0.05 in for my percent times the total. Well, I'm going to do the exact same steps. I'm going to divide by 0.05 on both sides. Because they cancel out, they go to 1. And let's go ahead, 0.05 divided by 0.75. Move it 2 times, so I'm going to move it 2 times. Bring it here. Well, 5 can go into 7 one full time. 5, 6, 7 to have 2 left over. Bring down the 5. Well, look, 5 can go into 25 5 times with nothing left over. So how much was my game? So my game originally was $15. It was originally $15. If you guys have any questions, please let us know.